That's what they want to hear, anything that's new.
Yeah, they just rolled it out at the end of the year. So,
All right,
perfect.
Richard. It is. No, I haven't started.
Come in.
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Dr. Page.
Hi, how are you?
Good. My name is Richard Frazao. I'm here with ADP.
Hi, nice to meet you.
May I take a seat?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to go ahead and give you my business card. If you have
Okay.
any questions after our meeting today, feel free to contact me, okay?
Perfect. Awesome.
And throughout our meeting, do you mind if I take notes?
Go ahead, yeah, not a problem.
Perfect. Well, thank you for taking the time to meet me today. First things first, I want to congratulate you with your expansions and your locations.
Thank you.
I hear there's more to come.
That's the plan.
Yeah,
so.
see, there's a number 3. Lucky number 3 is planning, so.
Yeah,
Well, that's good.
Hopefully sooner rather than later.
And I understand both locations are in Georgia, correct?
Yes.
Are you from Georgia?
Yes, I am.
Really? What part of Georgia are you originally from?
I actually was born right outside of Atlanta.
No
so,
way.
mhm.
Really? I've went to Atlanta once, but I really want to go to Athens. I want to go to the Masters, and
Oh,
I
yeah?
was told it's beautiful. Like it's
It is.
green. I mean, have you been to the Masters by any chance?
A couple of times, yeah,
Nice.
through different friends groups, and yeah, absolutely, it was a lot of fun.
Well, just to give a little bit of information about myself, I've been with ADP for 5 years now. I graduated from the University of Central Florida and jumped right into ADP, and
Okay.
it's been a great journey throughout that time.
Awesome.
All right. So I spoke with one of your clients, Alex, and
Okay.
she mentioned that with your expansions that you're planning, that ADP might be something that you could be interested in.
That's what she's saying.
And I wanted that is everything fine with the 20 minutes that we agreed on?
Yeah, that works out well.
Perfect. And just to give you just a brief agenda on what I'd like to accomplish today is just to get an understanding of how you deal with your business administration, as in payroll, HR, and secondly is explaining to you what ADP truly can offer. Are you familiar at all with ADP? Have you dealt with ADP before in the past?
Not directly, but I mean, I'm familiar. I actually have a friend that works with Paychecks, so
Oh, no
I know
way.
it's something similar.
So
yeah, one of our golfing buddies. So I mean, I'm assuming it's something similar to that.
They
Okay.
do payroll as well.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
And ultimately, what is the last part is to make sure to see if ADP will fit with your business,
Yeah.
and we can go from there. Is there anyone else who needs to be in the room with us today?
Yeah, so I mean, my husband, I would have him. Unfortunately, he's home sick with the kids today, but he would be a part of the decision.
Okay.
Mhm.
And if I'm not wrong, you are the one that administrates the payroll, the HR, and all that.
Nope,
right?
I'm the doctor, so he.
So it'll be your husband that
Yeah,
takes care of
he's
it.
the one
Okay.
that takes care
Okay,
of it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Just want to clarify that. So just an average, do you know how much time you put into your payroll?
So, I mean, on a weekly basis, he's probably putting in maybe 4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah, just for the payroll though.
Okay.
He handles a lot of other admin tasks for the offices, but that's payroll alone.
And if
I'm sorry, bi-weekly, not weekly.
And if I'm not wrong, it's actually done manually as well, right?
So, I mean, we do use an off-the-shelf payroll system, but I do believe there are a lot of manual aspects to it still.
Okay. And what do you find the most difficult in completing this payroll on time, since you are doing this manually, even though there is some sort of help there?
Well, he's doing it, but in terms of, I mean, we get it done on time. It's just time consuming. You know,
Right.
we're both very busy with trying to run the business and take care of the 3 little ones.
Right.
So, I mean, I think the most challenging piece is certain aspects of the manual. Inputting of information can just be tedious.
Okay.
So,
Right.
and human error can happen at
Right.
times as well. So,
Which leads, what effects would it have if one of your employees receives a paycheck that's incomplete?
well, with them it will be anger, but there's other ones that actually cost us fees. I don't know all the details of it, but I mean, any additional cost is not what we want. We are very, good with our money, so we definitely don't want to have extra unnecessary fees.
Sorry, and you still currently do not offer direct deposit?
I
I'm
think
not
we
wrong.
do, but I guess I'd have to check with my husband on that.
Okay.
You may know more than I do.
Okay. That's fine. So overall, you think if we can provide you with a service that will give you additional time with your family, your 3 little ones, and let's focus on the payroll, and you can use that time to do something else. Would that something you'd be interested in?
Yeah, I mean, anything to save us time, and also just things that are gonna keep us on track with our monetary goals, looking to expand here in the next couple of years, really every penny counts, so.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and jot down here time. Time is something that,
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess it's priceless. Everyone wants more time to spend with their
Yeah.
family. Well, I wanted to ask as well as where do you currently enter your payroll? Is this something that's done in your house or is it in the office? What's the process?
Yeah, so we use Microsoft Dynamics GP. It's an off-the-shelf software.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's primarily where we're doing it, and typically he'll do it in the office.
Right. And does he only have access in the office?
I think as of right now, yes.
Okay. Okay. And do you find it difficult in obtaining this like payroll systems because it's only done in the office? Is that a challenge for you?
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that specifically is. I mean, when he's working, he'd rather do it at the office. So I wouldn't say that specifically is a huge concern right now.
Okay. And just overall, so like what effects would it have? Because usually, let's say, payrolls are done at 5 p.m. That's normal across the board. So what effects would it have if, God forbid, but your husband's heading to work and he gets in a car accident and he's not able. I know, and he's not, but hopefully he's fine, but let's say it wasn't anything crazy, but insurance and it wasn't death, but what effects would that have to your employees if you're not able to get their paychecks in time because only in your office you're able to do this?
That'd be pretty rough.
Right? And
that would be rough.
Don't have, let's say, direct deposit and you're getting home and So if I could provide you with a service that would be able to have access to your payroll right on that phone, would that be something that really brings your attention?
I think that would definitely be helpful. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm debating if we should just hire an accountant anyways.
Right.
So, I mean, that would be great. An accountant dealing with it would be great. Honestly, I just want to know how it saves me money. That's really the bottom line at this point.
Perfect. Well, we'll go ahead and get to after I get to understand your business, I'll go ahead and present to you some pricing and just in general what actually ADP can provide. But overall, we have time and mobility is something that would be nice to have as a payroll system, correct?
Yeah, and just, overall cost. Right now we're paying about $1,500 a year for upgrades. So anything to kind of really cut cost, we are, looking to buy some specialized equipment for our new location. So again, we want to be able to invest in that and not for admin work.
Right. But there is some sort of information that you want to perhaps bring in an accountant to this. Correct. So that would be
that's an option. Yeah, that would, I don't know the cost of that, but I just thought, hey, seems simple enough, just have someone else take care of it all together.
Right. Well, how do you track your employees' information that you currently have?
Through the off-the-shelf software, Microsoft Dynamics.
Okay. And does that system provide you detailed information, let's say from last year or 2 years ago?
I think so. I don't get on it as much, but I think whatever we've put on it, we've been able to save.
Okay. And does it go to the details of the day of your employee punched in and punched out? Is that something or is it just broad?
I think it's fairly detailed.
Okay. So I was just wondering because what effects would it have if one of your employees decides he wants to sue you for just not having the correct hours and wages, and that's actually the #1 lawsuit right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's just miscuing.
That would be bad.
Right.
I can't say that. I would say just reworking some different things with this system has cost us money.
Okay.
Not as much of legal issues, thank goodness. He is pretty, meticulous with the payroll.
Right.
But I think just some of the rework that we've had to do has cost us money.
As at the moment you are condensed, you just have 2 locations. You're planning to expand.
Yeah.
So when you expand, you're probably gonna bring in more employees. So there's always that, gotta keep on the side here. Just maybe it can happen. It seems like you have that under control right now, but ADP can provide you detailed information from each employee from 2 years ago, when they punched in, when they punched out. So if they do decide to take you to court, you can say, no, I have everything right here.
Okay.
So would that be maybe something that, additional that might interest you?
Yeah, if it comes with the package,
Right.
we'd be open to it.
Okay. So just overall, I understand that time and just being able to be mobile while accessing your payroll and ultimately legal issues would be something that you are interested in. Is there anything else that maybe before I get into my presentation?
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, and I would say even more so than legal issues, you know, anything you guys do, like, cause we're gonna expand and hire some more employees, and, my husband doesn't really have time to do the background checks. Do you
Right.
guys do anything like that?
We do, and that's part of our, and I'm going to have details with that, and we
Yeah.
do background checks.
Yeah.
We, provide a great amount of service, especially with the background checks. And going to the medical industry, you want to make sure you're not having some sort of criminal in your
Yeah.
location, because
This is true.
it's public. Your clients will see it.
Yeah.
So, other than that, is there anything else I need to clarify on?
No, that sounds good. I'd just really be interested to see kind of the ROI on the different tools you offer.
Perfect. So, to start off, I wanted to show you, this is what ADP stands for the most. We have 3 pillars. You're looking at cash management, people management, and risk management. Have you ever seen this before?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. And I wanted to go ahead and show you details of what that means. So cash management, we go ahead and take care of your payroll taxes, we take care of your direct deposits and work compensation. Those are some examples that are under that. People management is going to go ahead and with the background checks, you have paid time off. Those are all things which is individual to your employee.
Mhm.
And lastly is risk management is going to be legal issues and laws, and you will have access to all this with ADP.
Okay.
Okay? And
So what is the ROI on that stuff, on those tools?
right. I want to explain to you the ROI when it comes down to the pricing, and you can
Okay.
just see everything, kind of understand that it's not really that, it's not really that pricey. You can have all this. It's going to make your life easy and efficient. Like I want to make sure your business, while you expand, there's nothing holding you back. I want you to get to 4 or 5. I don't know what's your exact goal, but payroll and administrating HR will not be one of them.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want to go. This is another part here that it's actually one of our. I mean, this is a big driver for us right now. It's called the Run Mobile, Run ADP. Here's just some functionality of the actual app. So you can choose your pay frequency. You can change your check dates, which means if you don't want to pay Fridays anymore, you can change it to Mondays and literally in a press of a button.
Okay.
Turning direct deposit on and off, enter hour rates. You can calculate your payroll. These are all features of what the Run ADP is. In just 1 minute, we're actually gonna let you try it and have fun with it. Okay. And here are some targets that we believe that would utilize this app a lot. There's some prospects, and you're one of them, which is medical.
Okay.
Here's some tech savvy. I definitely think on the go. You have 3 little ones at home. Time is in essence. You want to make sure you get home in time. Well, that's something you can do at home as well. So, with that being said, this is a process which I'm gonna head and bring out my phone here.
Okay.
So we have. Give you an example if you don't mind. So this is our payroll system. So the app is going to be just like that. You should go ahead and press that one right there. You go ahead and press the top one. So this is in progress. So this is what's going on. This is a demo, by the way, just so you get understanding how it works. So the check date is going to be when the check is going to be pretty much received in your employee's house. So it's going to usually on a Friday, but you can just change it right there. The start date, the end date.
Okay.
So of that week. Direct deposit, if you want to turn that off, you don't want to do direct deposit anymore, and just gonna swipe, it's off.
Okay.
All this, you have access to your phone.
Great.
So then, let's go ahead and this is fine. Just go ahead and click that button right down there. So these are all your employees.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see how much they're getting paid, and if you want, you can just you can click that. You see sort by. So we sort by. You can do it by department. You can do it by employee and contractor. So you can pretty much do, say, if you want to see all your sales team or your accountant assistant or anything like that, you can see directly through your phone. But if everything's fine, you just go ahead and click the next button, which is the preview. Okay. How's everything sounding right now? Is it quite?
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty straightforward.
It's super
Do I hit calculate or resume?
You can calculate. It's a demo. So this is where the cash requirements. So this is where you'll be paying. Here it gives you the detailed information. Everything's right there. And if everything looks good, just go ahead and click approve.
Okay.
And then approve payment.
Great. Okay.
And just like that, you'll be able to spend more time with your family and not have to necessarily, I have to drive to the office and get my payroll.
So I mean, this all sounds pretty good. I'm just, the only thing with, signing up with the company is I'm just not a huge fan of like long-term contracts and commitments with this stuff.
Okay. Well, and that's where I want to kind of introduce to you with pretty much the payment structure. It's a yearly system, but you can actually, this is what I want to show you. So I did a breakdown of your location so you can see exactly how much you'll be paying. So you have 20 employees in one your location, correct? And you do bi-weekly.
Right.
2 location, 20 with plans to add 5 more, if I'm not wrong. So
Yeah.
I didn't put them in just because we don't know it's for sure, it's not
Right.
permanent, so I went ahead and just calculated through the 20. So that means you'll be in the tier right here, the tier 11 through 20, which will be 58, and that includes the payroll and HR.
Okay.
So that's everything. With the 15 employees having your Peachtree City, in total, you're looking at $3,065 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you do that, 3065, and pretty much in a month, you're looking at $255 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Bi-weekly, just $127
Okay.
per pay period. So it's 26 pay period a year. This is something that will give you a lot of freedom, and ultimately, it's not necessarily that much of an increase. You're looking into bringing an accountant. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be a little bit more than just $3,000.
That's true.
So
Okay.
this is what we can provide to you. Price point, I believe, is it's extremely reasonable for the amount of time that you'll have additional in your
Yeah.
daily life.
Well, I mean, it does cost more than kind of that yearly fee we're paying right now, but I mean, I think that, I can definitely see the value in the time. It seems very organized. We won't really have to deal with any rework issues, and it looks like it will grow with us well. But, considering it will cost more money on the bottom line, definitely something we'll have to like talk about and,
Right.
kind of just crunch some numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's kind of holding you back? Do you feel
Yeah.
that the pricing is something that's, it seems quite reasonable, or especially
Right
expanding?
now we're paying $1,500 a year just
Right.
to upgrade, and it's at the end of the day going to cost more cash, and we're looking to expand. So we'll just want to sit down and make sure that it makes sense, before committing on the spot. So really, it's just a conversation.
Okay. And ultimately, just to let you know, you wouldn't necessarily have to do anything manually here, which I
Okay.
think is a really important factor, because understand
Yeah.
your husband, he's a human. There's always
Yeah.
room for, mistakes, and
Yeah.
that can lead to a lot of other legal issues. So we want to make sure, just $1,500 a year, I understand that's, quite low, but it could cost a little bit more in the long run.
Yeah.
Definitely if you have to deal with the court issues and all that.
Right.
So is there something is ADP something you'd like to do today, or?
Well, I mean, my husband's definitely going to be a part of the decision, so
Okay.
I would love to take this information home, kind of walk through it with him, and then we can give you a call back next week.
Perfect. Well, let's just do this. How's Thursday sound? Next Thursday.
Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Perfect, because he is the one that deals with this administration, so I'm sure he's gonna love that app, because you're like,
Yeah.
this is cool, you're pressing a button, but I'm sure he's gonna fall backwards when he sees that. So,
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate it, so I'll definitely want him to see it before we commit to anything.
All right, Dr. Pace, let's go ahead and meet next Thursday. What I'll do as well is I'll email you, and we can actually enter your information in and show you how the demo works, and we can give you like a trial, so you can
Okay.
kind of run with it and see how you like it.
Perfect.
Perfect. Well, Dr. Page, I will see you next Thursday, and thank you
Perfect.
for taking the time and speak with me today.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Let me open this door real quick. So what do you think?
How do you feel?
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. Sometimes I feel like I talk too much, and I should let you talk a little, like the 80-20 rule.
Oh.
But it's good though.
It's good to be conscious of those things.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily feel like it was like overwhelming.
How do you like the app?
Oh, it's cool. That's what I sold when I was in the PSP program in college.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you really.
Do we stop it?
I guess I just put stop. I just hope I don't have to redo it.